Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina. This story is sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I am back at AIM Acupuncture and I'm joined by Ralph, who's going to share a little bit about his story. How are you doing, Ralph?
Doing well. It's been an adventure here.
I can imagine.
I came here for my back and shoulder.
Okay.
My neck, part of it is back to normal, basically. I have full movement again.
Amazing.
Still working on the shoulder. I have a torn rotator cuff and probably some bone spurs in there now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have the surgery, so I figured let's try a different approach.
All right, but walk me through how you even got here, because some people are a bit skeptical about acupuncture. Were you one of those people?
No, I never was. I was reading about
All
it.
right.
I read a lot about it, trying to figure out how to do it. Of course, I said when I walked in here, you're going to do the Kung Fu act, put it on there, light the flames and the burning and the smoke and the incense, and they laughed at me, of course. But I just think it's the next phase for me. It's before surgery. Let's have something that will maybe make the pain go away for hours. And right now, I'm actually sleeping back in my bed.
Amazing.
Which I haven't done in a while.
Yeah.
And I learned how not to sleep on that shoulder, which is my left shoulder. So when I wake up, I'm not stiff or in pain. And it's getting better. And every time I come and I get a treatment, when I leave, I still can feel the vibrations from the electrodes that they put on there.
Cool.
And then when I get back to the house and I go to my office, start typing and stuff, and just I don't even know it feels back to normal.
That's
which
really
is
cool.
good to say. And lifting your arm up, I mean, this is for a person. This is not natural to do.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to hold your arms up over your head all the time.
You are not.
And I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it with this arm at all. And now I have a lot of movement. I can stretch it. So hopefully it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
I can imagine that not being able to do the things you're normally able to do would prevent you from doing a lot of the things you love in life too.
I want to go back to golfing. That's, one thing. I've been down here for a long time, in 3 different communities, I guess. Now I'm permanently down here. So
Love it.
This is my daughter loved it first, my wife loved it second, and now I'm fully engulfed.
It's in the family.
It's
I
in the
love
family
that.
now.
I love
We have to stay there, and it's good. As long as I can get everything back to normal, I'm ready to go.
Perfect.
Ready to play.
So what does your treatment look like for somebody that's never gotten acupuncture done?
Okay. They put on the pads for the electrical part of it that gives you little shocks, and then the doctor comes in, and she has an array of needles, small ones, a little bigger, and a little bigger, different millimeters, and they put them in places that where I may tell them that there's pain here, they'll put it there, and they kind of know, I guess, from a vantage point of I guess, being a doctor and knowing the touch pads, what's in your body, and they place them and they go down my arm, up my neck, around my neck, down my back a little bit, and I just, half hour later, they come back in, unplug me. I'm like Frankenstein, I guess. They take all the plugs off, and then I'm ready to go.
Of course. And everyone is just so nice here.
They are, and it really doesn't hurt. I mean, a lot of people think it's a needle, but it's such a thin needle.
Teeny.
It's so tiny that you really don't feel it unless it goes into where it really hurts.
Yeah.
And then when it's in there, it only hurts that second, then it goes away.
And
So
you're
it's
feeling
really
much better.
a good thing.
Love it. All right. Any final words for somebody that's interested in trying?
I would give it a shot. There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to try it. If it's in your heart not to go get surgery right now, this is the place to come.
This story is sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine. We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
I'm so excited.
This is a big deal.
This is crazy cool. Go, Miguel, go. Just get yourself comfortable. Right, gently, and then you're gonna hold your right hand here, just a little pinch, okay, and then start the gas pedal. It is, that first push is always the scariest one. There it goes. Yep, keep going. Okay, and then just maintain, you can maintain that slow speed. And then to see how it's moving and then how this hand is really gonna be your guide, navigating. Nicely done. I mean, look at that, you did great.
Oh, wow.
And then just pinch it close to right here, kind of hold this thread, pinch it, pull it out. You want a long tail. Don't be scared, pull it all the way out.
I like that.
Yep, and then this cuts right over that. Yep, that's great. So you want to pin that one down there, and then you're going to pin that. Now you want to make sure they line up as well after you. So you're going to want to center this over just a touch. So pin that down, make sure you're only pinning it to one piece of your fabric. So you want to hold that, and then you're going to line this one up and put it on the top.
But yeah, to the guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not challenging as I thought it would have been. Yeah.
And you were worried.
To all the guys out there.
Yeah, to all the guys out there. Really, the challenging part is the cutting and the measuring.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today, I am so excited to be joined by Autumn, who is a massage therapist. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. We're gonna get some tips and tricks. She's obviously the expert when it comes to massage and taking care of yourself. But what are some things that you think our viewers need to be keeping in mind with all the things we do during the day that weigh us down and make us feel awful?
Yeah, well, there's a couple things. First of all, the upper trap area, the shoulder blade area, I see a lot of people that come in with shoulder pain, and it's from all the driving and the texting and the keyboard working that internally rotates our shoulders and then creates all this tension in our traps.
Yeah.
So I can work on that for you. You come in, I can massage that, get all those knots out. I can find knots you didn't even know were there, and that helps to bring the shoulders back and relax everything. Yes.
It's so hard to remember to do that
It
all
is.
the time
Pull your
because we're
shoulders
so
back.
used to looking down at our
Yep.
phones, and it feels kind of awkward to hold your phone like
Hold
this,
it up
but
at eye level.
it is better for you, right?
It is to keep your neck straight and not looking down.
You gotta do the double
100%.
chin.
Yeah, I know. You just think no double chin.
Goodness. So when people come to you, what are some of the ailments that they typically complain about? Because I know that some of these tight muscles can cause other things too.
Yeah, absolutely. Headaches are a big one. So the tight muscles in the upper trap, the neck area, causes a lot of headaches. We've got the SCM muscles that run from behind the ears down, and we use those all the time to rotate our necks. When they get tight, it can cause migraines. I do a lot of neck work, especially on this SCM muscle. Lower back pain, you know, the piriformis that sits under the glutes can cause lower back pain, sciatic nerve pain. So those are the main things that I see in my practice.
And what are some of the general benefits of massage?
Relaxation, lymphatic flow. So you want to break up all the toxins that are in your body And then drinking water after the massage, that's why it's so important, because it just gets all that crap out of your body, and so it doesn't resettle and create new problems.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is sponsored by Palm Mechanics. Well, good morning and thanks for joining us today again on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined again by Matt Dix. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, you're the owner of Palm Mechanics and you're working on a job today. It's right behind us. Look
Yes,
at this
ma'am.
beautiful palm tree that you guys have been working on.
Yes, ma'am. We are actually doing some diamond cuts on some Pendo palms, as well as some full service on some Palmetto palms. We work with all species of palms, just get them in a thriving state.
Love it. So the reason why we're doing this segment today is we want to be able to show what the process looks like whenever you actually come out to somebody's house and work on these trees. What are some reasons why your customers have called Palm Mechanics instead of trying to do this themselves?
One of the bigger reasons we find is lack of knowledge to the types of palm trees they have and how to care for them properly. Another real big reason is not having the proper tools. You know, we don't use chainsaws on our palm trees. We've spent years dialing in our handcrafted process. Another big reason is ladders. You know, some of these trees can get pretty tall and sketchy. Not to mention the amount of debris that come off of these trees. Transportation issues, no way to really haul this stuff away. Any of those reasons, we're here to help.
And we were looking at some of these palm fronds earlier. Is that what they're called?
These are actually
The
boots. Boots.
The boots.
Yes, ma'am.
He's all about the education, y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Let me
Show
grab
me one of
them
these
for you.
boots. This is why you shouldn't try to do it yourself. You're gonna get hurt.
These things can be pretty messy, pretty rough. If you'll notice, there's spikes on the side here that can cut you, have you bleeding. Also, you'll notice how it's real wet right here. These things actually act as a pocket holding the dirt, creating extra moisture issues, the bugs, the germination. So with us cutting these off, it's a diamond cut, cleaning these trunks up, we basically eliminate those pockets for the pest and get the tree overall just easier to look at and work with.
And I've said this before, but once you see what a good palm tree looks like, you never go back. He has ruined palm trees for me. Whenever I drive around, I know if he's done a palm tree or not. Because, I mean, look at this. It's ridiculous. It looks so much better. And it really just makes you happy to go in your yard.
It does. It does. Thank you.
All right, so you mentioned this before, but you guys do not use chainsaws for a number of reasons. What are some of those reasons?
One of the biggest reasons, really, this is just an example. This side here has been cut with a chainsaw. Looks like you put a beaver in the tree and let him chew on it.
It does.
This side here, super clean, easier to work with. That's our cut. It just makes a big difference on the tools you use and how to care for these trees properly. Tools is the big thing.
And it also gives you the freedom to be able to do these jobs, you know, later at night or early in the morning. We're not making hardly any noise right now, and it's pretty early.
Absolutely. We do night jobs. Some of our motels, when the pools close at night, we go in and we're able to do all of that. First thing in the morning, we kind of slide in, extremely quiet. All the tools we use don't make noise.
Love it. So if somebody's watching right now and they have a palm that they want you to come check out, what are the options on how they can get that taken care of?
We tried our best to make this process as easy as possible. Like most others, we do a on-site free evaluation estimate. And for some of our busier customers, I'd say, we have an online option. You can send us photos of the trees or trees you have concerns about, and we can do an evaluation that way. Basically, you can send us a photo via text, email. You can send us a photo online at our website, Facebook Messenger. Whatever's easiest for you, send those photos in. We'll give an evaluation, shoot you a price that same day. If that's something that we can lock in together, then we'll go ahead and get you set on the schedule. We have a new website, that's paulmechanics843.com, or you can give us a call at 843-455-4456.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.